Hi everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for practicing with me this morning. Let's come to the top of the mat into Samastitihi. The big toes together and the heels slightly apart. You could also separate the feet a little bit more if you'd like. That helps you to connect into the earth and feel the stability from the earth. Feel free to close the eyes and take a couple of deep breaths as you shift the attention inwards for the practice of yoga. Taking full breaths in, appreciating the fullness at the top of the inhale, and full breaths out, appreciating the emptiness at the bottom of the exhale. Just take one more deep breath, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the muscles in the face, behind the eyes. And let's bring the palms to Anjali Mudra. And we'll start with an Om. You can join or just listen. Inhale. Exhale. Let's bring the arms back down to the side. And we'll start with Surya Namaskar A. Inhale. Let's bring the arms over your head. Palms touch. Exhale, fold forward with a long spine. Bend the knees if you need to, easing into this first one. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back into a high plank. Lower the knees to modify. Bend the elbows. Inhale, point the toes. Lift the heart away from the ground any amount. Exhale into downward facing dog. Settling into the breath, in and out through the nostrils. Just again, easing into this first downward facing dog, checking in with the hamstrings, the shoulders, the breath. One more here. Fully exhale. Step or jump into half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to stand. Press down through the feet as you reach up. Exhale, float the arms back down to your side. Again, like that. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, fold, fully exhaling. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Slowly bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lifting the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Settling. Settling into the body, settling into the breath. Matching the length of the inhales to the length of the exhales. Without straining or forcing the breath. Just a tone in the vocal cords for Ujjayi breathing. The same action in the throat as if you were whispering. One more deep, steady breath. Fully exhale. Step or jump into half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to stand. Pressing down, reaching up. Exhale, Samastitihi. One more Surya Namaskar A. Inhale. Exhale, moving with the breath. Full breaths in and out. Inhale, half lift. Root through the feet. Exhale, step or jump back. Tone the lower belly as you bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Strong legs, maybe lifting the thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. And you're lifting up just above the pubic bone, hollowing through the front of the pelvis. Feel free to bend the knees if you need to. Keep reaching the sit bones up and back as you press down through the hands. Feel free to Move the hips side to side to feel into a side body stretch. Couple more breaths here. Fully exhaling on your next exhale. Step or jump into half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to stand. Pressing down, reaching up as you wrap the shoulder blades. Exhale, Samasthitihi. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, lift the arms and the heart, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Slowly bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, Virabhadrasana, arms over your head. Exhale, frame the right foot, step back into a plank, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, left foot forward. Inhale, come up, keep bending into the left knee. Exhale, frame the left foot. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, lift the heart, press the shoulders down. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. Settling here. Settle into the body, settle into the breath. Feeling into the body as the breath moves in and out, up and down. No forcing, no straining. One more breath here. Fully exhale. Step or jump to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Reach the arms up. Exhale, Samasthitihi. Straight legs. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, again, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to bring the right foot forward into Trikonasana on the right side. So spin the left heel down, and the right hand can either stay on the floor for Trikonasana or bring that right hand to the right shin. Reach the left arm up. Starting from the ground up, root the feet down and away from each other. So you feel strong legs supporting the posture, and then reaching out through both arms. So you're reaching, expanding through all four limbs. Soften the breath, deepen the breath. Good. On your next exhale, we're going to go into half moon pose. So you're going to gaze down to the floor, bend into the right knee, shift the right hand to the top right corner of the mat, and pick up the left foot, the left leg, the left arm. You can stay gazing down. You could also place that hand on a block. You could also gaze up to challenge the balance a little bit more. Good. Legs are super strong. Flexing the left foot and reaching back through the left heel. Let's take one more breath here. And as you exhale, bend into the right knee and bring the left hand to the floor. Step back into a high plank. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do the same thing on the left side. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Lower the back heel. And inhale, reach the right arm up. You can also bring that left hand to the left shin. Especially if the torso is dropping way forward, Bringing the torso over the left leg. As you root down through both feet, draw the lower belly in and reach out through both hands. Deep breath, smoothing out the edges of the breath. Good, either gazing up or to the side. Let's take one more breath. And as you exhale, gaze down, bend into the left knee, shift the left hand forward. Inhale, pick up the right leg, reach the right arm up again. You're rooting down through that left foot, reaching back through the right heel as you reach forward through the heart. Try not to arch the back, so also reach the tailbone towards the right heel. Maybe gazing up. One more breath. As you exhale, bend into the left knee. Inhale into a high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, back heel down. You're going to bring the left hand to either the inside of the right foot or the outside of the right foot. Reach the right arm up, twisting into Trikonasana B. You could also place the hand onto a block if you feel a lot of tightness in the hamstrings. Pressing evenly down through both feet and reaching out through both hands. So feeling this first, the stability of these standing postures, and then from that stability, the expansion. One more breath here. Exhale, gaze down. Now we're going to do revolved half moon pose. Shift the left hand to the top left corner of the mat. Pick up the left leg. And then first, squaring the hips. And then you have the option of either bringing the right hand to the right hip. And then as you press through that left hand, start to spin the torso over towards the right. And then you have the option to also reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Draw the lower belly in so you feel that hollowing through the front of the pelvis as you root through the right foot. And spread the lower back. Let's take one more breath here. This one's a little bit trickier. Exhale, soften the right knee. Step back into a high plank. Inhale. Good. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, back heel down, left side. Reach the left arm up. Good. Settle in. Notice the breath in these postures. What's the breath telling you about the form that the bodies are in? Smooth, steady breaths. Expanding from a place of stability. One more. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale, shift forward, right hand to the top right corner of the mat. Pick up the right leg. And first I like to find the squaring of the pelvis. And then start to spin the torso over to the left. So it's like you're lifting that left shoulder up as you press the right hand down. Keep reaching back through the base of the right foot. Maybe reaching the left arm up. Draw the lower belly in. Keep rooting down through that left foot. Tailbone is heavy. Strong standing leg. One more breath. Exhale into a high plank. Inhale there. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's bring the right foot forward into a high lunge. So keep that back heel lifted and reach the arms over your head. Good. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. So Parsvakonasana B. Bring the left elbow to the right thigh. Hands in prayer. Feel free to take the deeper version if you'd like, or really any version. You can also go for a bind here. Good, keep the legs strong. Keep bending into the right knee as you reach back through the left heel. And then maybe clipping that right sit bone back and towards the midline. Deep, steady breaths. One more. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale back into the high lunge. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale into humble warrior. So you're going to bend the right knee again, but place the left heel on the floor this time. And fold on the inside of the right thigh as the hands move away from the hips. Strong legs, relaxing the shoulders, the neck. One more breath. Inhale, let's go straight into Virabhadrasana B. Keep the right knee bent, open the arms, gaze over the right fingers. Good, keep pressing through the feet, through the strength in the legs. Draw the lower belly in, soften the shoulders, soften the face, behind the eyes, the throat. One more breath, stay with it. Exhale, frame the right foot. Inhale into a high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left side, bring the left foot forward. Keep the back heel lifted into a high lunge. Establish the foundation for Parsvakonasana B. Bend into the right knee. Reach back, into the left knee. Bend into the left knee. Reach back through the right heel. Exhale, move into the twist. Deep, steady breaths. Smoothing out the edges. One more. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale, back into a high lunge. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Inhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. And exhale, humble warrior, bend into the left knee. Back heels planted for this one. Press through the feet. Relax through the shoulders. One more. Inhale, Virabhadrasana B. Open the arms. Keep the left knee bent. And then reach through the fingers, gazing over the left fingers. Keep bending into the left knee. Feel the legs engaging, maybe burning, just observing. Stay with it. Soften the shoulders, soften the gaze. One more breath. Exhale, frame the left foot. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more standing posture. Inhale, jump both feet forward. Bend the knees. Reach the arms up, Utkatasana. Just 5 breaths here. You can have the palms together, gazing up, or the palms apart, gazing forward. Sink the hips down. Feel the tailbone getting heavy, the lower belly drawing in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, let's jump both feet forward to Malasana. Yogic squat. And then you can have the elbows on the inside of the thighs, palms together, heart lifting. You can also sit on a block here if you'd like. Just settling into the hips. Deep, steady breaths. If you'd like, and you want to go a little bit deeper, you can allow the torso to slide on the insides of the thighs as you reach the arms forward onto your fingertips and drop the head. You could also press through the feet to lift the hips away from the floor a little bit as you continue allowing the tailbone to be heavy. So you're pressing the heels down, but you're still curling the spine. You can stay sitting on a block. Good, a few more breaths here. Stay with it. One more breath. Good. Bring the hands in front of you and bring the knees together so the thighs are coming towards the chest. And we're going to try here really quickly Bakasana. So keeping the hands shoulder width apart, lift the hips up, separate the knees, bend the elbows so that the knees are coming above the elbows, a little bit to the outsides of the arms. So you can squeeze the knees in, maybe shifting the weight forward, maybe picking the feet off of the ground for one breath. Exhale, step or jump back into plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bring the right foot forward to the outside edge of the mat. So we're going to work with different variations of lizard. So just choose the one that works for you. You can either be here with the hands on the inside of the right foot and the back knee lifted. You can also lower the knee if you want to be a little bit more passive today. You can also, for a little bit deeper into the hip flexion, you can come onto the forearms. And if you really want to juice this up, you can reach the arms forward, coming onto the fingertips and relaxing the neck. And then continue allowing the pelvis to move towards the floor evenly. Reach the right knee forward, the left heel back. Good. We'll take about 3 more breaths wherever you are. Deep breaths. Strong legs. 1 more breath. If your hands are forward, walk them back. That version's really hard if you did that one with me. And then you're going to straighten the right leg. And then we're going to bring the left leg through the arms in front of us. So try to do that without touching the floor if that's possible. If it touches, that's okay. So the left leg comes underneath and reaches forward. If possible, keep the hips off the floor and catch the right foot. So the right hand is catching the inside, of the left foot. If you need to, you can lower the left heel. And if you need to, you can also sit down. But try to keep the hips lifted. This is the pistol squat. So we're kind of still working that right leg, pressing through the right foot. Maybe the heel is lifted. Maybe you catch the left foot with both hands. And then so you have the center of the chest resting on the right thigh. So you have to be shifted over to the right a little bit to find this balance. Good. Remember, you can also do this with the heel on the floor. And if you can't catch the foot, catch somewhere along the left leg. Good. Couple more breaths here. And exhale, sit down. I'm going to do Janu Shirshasana A, so allow that right knee to fall over to the side. Inhale, square the shoulders over the left leg. Exhale, fold. You can either catch the left foot, you can keep the fingertips on the floor alongside the leg. Keep the left leg strong. Settle into the breath. One more breath. Inhale, look up, fully exhale. And then from here, let's go into a side stretch. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me. You can stay where you are. Bring the left hand to the right knee. So you're going to twist a little bit here. And then you start to reach the left side of the torso over towards the left leg. So you're going into the side body stretch on the right side. But keep that right sit bone rooting down as you reach the right arm over your head. And then if you want to keep going, slide the left shoulder on the inside of the left thigh. Maybe catch the left foot. This is really deep, so you could always just stay here with the right arm reaching up and over. And then using that left hand on the knee to move you into the twist. So you're spinning the torso over towards the ceiling. Keep rooting down through that left heel, reaching the right sit bone towards the mat and dropping the tailbone. For 3, relax the neck, don't strain the neck. For 2, and 1. Inhale, come out of it gently. Good, let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, lift up, exhale, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do all that on the left side. Bring the left foot forward to the outside edge of the mat. And choose your version of lizard. The arms straight. Another option too is to bring the hands on blocks. If you need to ease out of it a little bit more. Come onto the forms. Or you can reach the arms straight over the head. Keep reaching the left knee forward, the right heel back. Legs are super strong. For 3. 2. And 1. If the hands are forward, walk them back. Straighten the left leg. And then I bring that left hand to the outside of the left foot. And then bring the right leg forward. See if you can do that without touching the right foot on the floor. Keep the right leg lifted if possible. First catch the inside of the foot with the left hand. And then see if you can shift over the left foot. Find the balance and catch the outside of the right foot. You could also do this with the heel on the floor. You could also do this catching on anywhere along the right leg. Good. For 3, this one's tricky. For 2, strong leg, press through that left foot. 1 more breath. Exhale, lower down. Let the left knee fall over to the side. Janu Shirshasana A. Inhale, square the shoulders over the right leg. Exhale, fold. Keep the right leg strong, the right foot flexed. As you root through the right heel, draw the lower belly in. Inhale, look up. Exhale there. Come out of that. Right hand comes to the left knee, and then press the hand into the knee to twist and reach the torso, reach the heart towards the left side of the mat, and then start to move into that side stretch. Reaching that left arm up and over as you keep the tailbone heavy, draw the lower belly in, pressing the left sit bone into the mat. You can go all the way down if you'd like, sliding the right shoulder on the inside of the right leg, but keep that right leg strong, rooting through the right heel. Relax the neck. If it's too much strain to look up, then don't. Good, keep reaching through the left fingers. Keep spinning the heart towards the ceiling. Good, for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, gently come up, and let's take a vinyasa. Cross the shins, inhale, lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna do some variations of pigeon. This can be tricky, so stay with me. You're gonna bring the outside edge of the right foot somewhere like just behind between the hands. So it's in the center of the mat, a little bit behind the hands. Trying to find a place that sort of feels good for the hip. So the only thing touching is the outside edge of the right foot. So the knee is lifted off the ground. So we're gonna do some like active external rotation hip opening. We're gonna like actively go into it instead of passively. We will passively stretch, but for now we're gonna stay super active. So you're pressing the outside edge of the foot down and maybe also reaching the knee down towards the floor. Keep that right foot active and flexed. And then we're gonna shift into the left hand and reach the right hand back. Good. As you keep reaching back through the left heel, keep gently reaching the right knee towards the floor. Good. Stay here for 3 deep breaths. You can also gaze back towards that right hand for 2 and 1. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Good. And now we're gonna lower down for just a minute to set us up. So lower the back left leg, lower the right knee. And then find a version of pigeon here that's accessible for you. So you might need to adjust the position of your right shin. So either it's closer to the body or more parallel to the top of the mat. Good. And then you're gonna tuck the back left toes, reach the arms forward as you come down, and then you're gonna lift the back knee. So again, actively moving into this posture, into the hips. So as you lift the left knee, maybe if it's possible, also lift the right hip. So only the right shin is on the mat. You can come onto your fingertips if that helps. Deep breaths. Super active. For 3, 2, and 1. Soften. Now we're just going to passively be in pigeon for a little bit. If you need to prop up your pigeon and place a bolster underneath the right hip, go ahead and do that. If you need to come onto your forearms, you can, or you can keep the arms reaching forward. Just softening into this. Keep the breath deep, maintaining the pace of the breath. Good. Good. Just a few more breaths here. Feeling into the hips. Inhale, let's come up, and we're gonna lean over to the right to swing that left leg forward. Good. Now we're going to come into another variation of pigeon. We're going to cross the right ankle just below the left knee. Good. And then here, you can be in as deep into this as you'd like. So you can have the hands behind you, keep reaching the heart forward, or you can start moving the hips closer towards that left heel. And then maybe, just to give you another option for a bind, you can reach the right arm over the left shin and catch the inside of the left foot, and then the left hand catches the outside of the left foot. So you're bringing the chest towards that right ankle. Good. You can also have the hands just behind you, helping you to keep lifting the heart. So even if you have this foot bind, keep pulling on the foot to lift the heart, and then finally actively reach that right knee towards the floor. Good. Let's take one more breath here. And release that. Keep the legs where they are. Now we're just going to move into a twist. So reach the right arm up and exhale, round the spine, drop the tailbone, and if possible, bring the right elbow to the bottom of the right foot. So you're going to place your elbow right in the arch of the right foot, and then press the elbow into the foot to move into the twist. Keep that elbow bent, and then keep that left hand behind you, sort of acting as a kickstand for the spine. And also reaching the knee towards the floor. So just actively moving into the hip joint. Good. This is a nice variation of Marichasana D. One more breath. And exhale, come out of that. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's do all of that on the left side. So bring the outside edge of the left foot to the center of the mat. Feel the strength in the legs. So flex that foot, keep it super active. Gently reach the left knee towards the floor. Shift into the right hand, reach back through the left hand. Good, keep reaching back through the right heel. And that right shoulder is strong, so you're pressing through that right hand too. Good, keep reaching the left knee towards the floor. 3, 2, good, 1. Bring that left hand back and then lower down into pigeon. Find the pigeon that works for you. Reach the arms forward onto your fingertips. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. And maybe also lift the left glute. Good. Super active. Onto your fingertips. So the only thing touching on your fingertips, your left shin and your right toes. Good. 3, 2, stay with it, and 1. Release that. And then let's come into a passive pigeon. Use any props you need to. Maybe you need to prop up the left glute. Allowing the breath to support you in softening into this form. Good. Few more breaths. One more breath. Come up, lean over to the left, take your time, and swing that right leg forward. Cross the left ankle just below the right knee. And then just listen to the body to find out how deep you want to go into this, how close you want to get the chest to the shin, and how close you want the heel to come to the hip. If you're going for this foot bind, you actually don't want the heel to be so close. Taking the bind, catching either side of the right foot, or keeping the hands behind you. Either version, you're lifting the heart and reaching the knee towards the floor. Good. Deep breaths. One more. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, twist over to the right. Drop the tailbone around the spine and then shift forward to bring the left elbow into the arch of the left foot. Keep that right hand behind you, lifting the heart, pressing the elbow into the foot. And then reaching the left knee towards the floor. Deep, steady breaths, maintaining the pace of the breath. One more here. And soften to release. Cross the shins, inhale, lift up. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's bring the left foot forward, lower the back knee. Just one final set of stretches for the hips, allowing the pelvis to move towards the floor, releasing through the front of the right hip. If it's difficult for you to do this while in a lunge, then another variation is to come onto the shin, the left shin, so you bend the knee. And then we're gonna bend the right knee. And if you need to lift the chest a little bit more, it can be helpful to place the left hand on a block. Bend the right knee and then start by catching the inside of the right foot, the arch side of the right foot, and then bringing the foot towards the glute. Also kind of stretching into the quad. If that grip is too tricky for you, you can also bring the right hand to the floor, bend the right knee and catch with the left hand. Sometimes it's more accessible. And then just bringing the foot as close as possible to the glute. It doesn't have to touch. Just moving in that direction. And we can be here for a little bit so that if you want to try both grips, you can. Deep breaths, allowing the pelvis to move towards the floor. Working all around the hip flexors. You can build up a lot of tension around this part of the hip. Let's take a few more breaths. Using the exhales to soften where you can. Just noticing how much tension we hold on to around this part of our bodies. What's holding on to that tension? What part of you is holding on? One more breath. Good. Releasing that. Let's take a vinyasa. You could also just go into downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward. We'll do the same on the left side. So if you want first, you can just release, ease into this by allowing the pelvis to move towards the floor. You also have the option to bend the knee and sit on the right shin. And then feel free to choose one of the binds or maybe alternate between the two, bending the left knee and catching with the left hand, or switching the bind. Settle into the breath. Allow each exhale to show you where you're holding on. Where can you let go? A few more breaths. But one more. And release that. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale into a high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's jump through to seated. Exhale, lie down on your back. Bend the knees and plant the feet. Let's do some bridge poses. You also have the option here, if you'd like, to take a supported bridge where you just slide a block underneath the sacrum. If you want to just be a little bit more passive. If not, inhale, take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach the tailbone forward and the knees forward. Inhale, press through the feet and lift the pelvis up. Maybe shrugging the shoulders down, catching the ankles, or interlacing the fingers. Keep pressing through the feet, lifting the pelvis. Narrowing the front of the pelvis and spreading the back of the pelvis, widening the back of the pelvis. Good. One more breath. And exhale. Slowly lower down. If you're doing the supported version, you can just stay there. And we'll do two more. Feel free to take Urdhva Dhanurasana if you'd like, with the hands over your head. Inhale, take a deep breath in. Exhale, tailbone forward, knees forward. Inhale, lift the pelvis. Another fun variation here is to bring the hands underneath the pelvis, so the heels pointing towards the midline and the fingers wrapping around the sides of the pelvis. And then so you're sort of resting on the elbows. And be here as long as you'd like. And when you're ready, you can come out and then go back in for the third round. Just kind of moving through this at your own pace. Finishing your third round. When you're ready, you can hug the knees. You can rock side to side. Good. Maybe taking happy baby. That feels good. Good. A couple more breaths, either hugging the knees or in happy baby. Yeah, if you're happy, we can rock side to side. That feels nice too. Good. And from here, let's come into shoulder stand, an inversion to just wind down the practice. So bringing the feet over the hips. We can stay here. This can be your shoulder stand. Or you can lift the hips and bring the hands to the lower back. Shrugging the shoulders away from the ears. And pointing the toes, reaching the toes up. Deep, steady breaths. Perhaps slowing down the breath if that's available to you. Exhale into Halasana. Bring the feet over the head. You can keep the hands on the lower back. Or you can interlace the fingers, straighten the arms. Spine is straight, so reaching the sit bones towards the ceiling. One last variation of shoulder stand, Karnapidasana, bend the knees, round the spine. You could also go back to happy baby as another form. Deep, steady breaths. One more breath. And then bring the hands to the mat and slowly bring the hips towards the floor. And lower the legs towards the floor. And we'll do Matsyasana, counter pose, fish pose. Catch the back of the thighs, press through the elbows, and then lift the heart to bring the crown of the head towards the mat. And then keep pressing the elbows down into the mat to lift the heart, lift the sacrum, open the throat. So that the mind melts into the earth. Legs are strong. Feel the rib cage expanding. Let's take one more breath. And then catch the back of the thighs, press the elbows, and tuck the chin. And then we'll go straight into Shavasana. Feel free to do any final movements that you'd like to. Maybe take another Vinyasa or whatever you need to do. Or if you're ready for Shavasana, lying down on the back, closing the eyes if that's comfortable. And do whatever you need to do to get comfortable. Maybe grab some blankets. Maybe turn off the lights. And taking up as much space as you need, as you want. Spreading the feet, spreading the arms. Releasing all technique. Releasing all effort. Releasing judgment and assessment. Allow the breath to be completely natural, spontaneously moving in and out through the nostrils. Feel free to stay here longer if you'd like. If you're ready to move out, start to deepen the breath. And start to wake up the body. Moving the fingers, the toes. Reaching the arms over your head for a full body stretch. Exhale, side out. Bring the knees to the chest. And fall over to either side of the body. When you're ready, gently make your way back up to a seated position. And we'll just take one final moment here with the eyes closed, if that's comfortable, and the arms resting wherever it's comfortable. With a straight spine, releasing the tension behind the eyes, releasing the tension in the throat, settling into the residue. Just taking one last moment here with yourself, turned inwards. Let's finish with an Om. Palms to heart center. Inhale, deep breath in. Thank you, everyone.